action hasn't gotten underway yet, but we are seeing golfers out on the course enjoying the nice weather. Jonathan Dent along with you. Matt Falon here too. Matt, you've moved farther away. We need an extra chair.
And that's a good thing. That means that we have great people that are in to talk to us about things that are happening here. But I want the listeners to hear, what do you think? Your first trek here to the Midland Country Club, your very first experience at the Dow Championship, and I think most importantly, tomorrow when we're off the air, are we going to get you out there to walk around and take in a little golf and check this out?
Well, I would love to, just because it's a local event. I'm not a big golf guy. It's not really my shindig, but I'm too busy. I've got too much going on back at the station. As soon as I'm done here, I'm in the car.
Oh, that's not true. You're going to walk your butt to get on the
get
shuttle.
On the shuttle, which they're great about running timely. We just talked with Chip Rathjen in the last hour, one of the transportation coordinators, and yeah, there are buses running this way, that way here at the Dow Championship.
So that's an unacceptable answer. So I'm going to make a few calls. You're coming out. You're going to at least watch a half hour of golf. You're going to say that you were here on 18. You saw a few. There's no excuses. So I'm going to call the higher-ups at Connoisseur Media. Your afternoon is going to be cleared for a few hours. I'll do that for you, but you're going to have to do me one favor in all of this.
Oh, what's that?
To make this work. I'm going to need to see some leg tomorrow. I'm going to need to see you in shorts.
I don't have golf shorts.
I don't care what kind of shorts. You can wear some old-school jams. I don't care what you come out in, but you can't, in this oppressive heat and humidity, be rolling around in a pair of Levi's out on the golf course. I just won't allow that to happen. That's a no.
You've been giving me grief all morning about that, but maybe tomorrow, wear some shorts. We're going to move on because I can't take this abuse any longer. We've got Christy Levasseur.
I like your fancy
I
way
like
better.
the first way of saying that.
French on there.
Levasseur. Ooh la la.
The president and CEO of Junior Achievement of North Central Michigan, along with Elena Wyrowski. Wyrowski. I can read handwriting. Can you lean into the mic just a little bit there, Elena? So, Christy, I've heard of Junior Achievement before. I've heard the name thrown around, but forgive me, I don't know what you do.
No, that's
Tell me
okay.
about Junior Achievement.
No, I'm glad you asked. All that we do is educate kids in K-12 with financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and work readiness. A lot of people from long ago remember Junior Achievement started as an after-school program where kids could learn how to run a business, what it took to run a business. They would actually create a product, write a business plan, find investors, and sell the product out in the community. And now, because college has become more accessible for so many more people, we have brought most of that into the classroom. And so we do in-classroom alongside teachers. We bring volunteers from the business community into the classroom to teach everything from financial literacy, personal finance, how to run a business, everything to do with helping kids be successful in life beyond high school.
That's something we don't see a lot of in the education system as it stands right now.
Right, and Michigan took a step a few years ago. Starting in 2028, every graduating senior will have to have a half a credit of personal finance or financial literacy education. Our programs fit that, so we do that for some schools to fulfill that requirement. But across the state, they're starting to make a more concerted effort to get that into the classroom. So it's great.
That's awesome. So what's your involvement here at the Dow Championship?
We have a couple things going on. For the past, I think this is our 7th year, we've had the For Our Future program, which is a partnership with Ally Financial and actually the Dow Championship. And we have local high school students who create a product, write a business plan, pitch it to a panel of judges, and the top 4 teams get a day to open their business here at the Dow Championship. They'll be right next to the concession tent on hole 17. And each day there will be a new student business. And I have Elena Wyrowski, who is actually our JA intern this year, and she was one of the For Our Future students last year and operated her business actually beyond the Dow Championship. She opened it at a couple of events beyond. So she's one of our super success stories.
Super success stories. I mean, Elena, you blew me away last year just in terms of your professionalism, maturity. But I think most of all, you're entrepreneurial student. Remind us, what was the business you had last year? And is it still operating at all now? Are we still out there?
Yeah, so last year I brought Sunny Sips to the Junior Achievement Business Pitch Competition and then did end up winning, so I got to bring that to the Dow Championship, which was a super neat experience. I've been a volunteer of the championship all the years that it's ran, so getting to be on kind of the flip side and look at the tournament a little bit different last year was a great opportunity, and now getting to intern with Junior Achievement, helping those kids that were in my shoes just last year is a really cool and great opportunity. So it's been fun to give them tips and tricks on things I would have known last year and just helping them along the way. Sunny Sips is technically still up. We haven't hit any events this summer yet. It's been a minute. But I'm hoping to potentially maybe bring something back this summer, but things get pretty hectic during the school year.
Totally understandable. But you're like one of that cool brands now that like, okay, they're not there, but maybe twice a year they come back. Special edition, Sunny
Exclusive.
Sips,
Yeah.
exclusive at whatever event. I'm just telling you, as a previous consumer and a fan of JA and of you, I demand some kind of pop-up shop this summer. It needs to happen. Entrepreneurialism never dies. Just sometimes it goes on hiatus because of the school year. So you're going to have to fill us in of when we can partake in Sunny Sips yet again.
All right.
No pressure. There's zero pressure at all.
So I'm curious, what was it like going through that pitch competition and putting together all of these things and these skills? What kind of support did you have with Junior Achievement, with the resources there, and what did you learn?
Yeah, so it's a great opportunity. Junior Achievement also partners with the Northwood Idea Center, so we had some members there that were helpful. I'm also now a student at Northwood. I'm dual enrolled, so it was cool to get that experience as well. But yeah, so we had some students and other helpers at the Northwood Idea along with the Junior Achievement team to help us develop our product along the way. And yeah, overall, it was just a great opportunity to get kind of that real world application knowledge that you don't always see in the classroom. I had been involved in some different business classes and things at school such as DECA, but that's another way to get that real world knowledge and being able to apply it in something that I see myself doing in the future. I would love to be an entrepreneur when I'm older, so it was a great opportunity to see what kind of a day in the life looks like for them. How do they bring a new pitch to their boss or to someone new? And also, how do you evaluate kind of a product for an event like this? I would say that I had, because of my volunteering experience at the championship, kind of a good knowledge of what was already offered, but I had to break that down of what was already offered, what's the price point, and how to make my product fit the best that it could for this tournament. And so those were all skills that I got to demonstrate throughout the pitch competition and throughout my time with Junior Achievement.
Did your research. Good. What was Sunny Sips? You've thrown the name around. Matt knows what you're talking about. I don't.
Yeah, so Sunny Sips was a flavored lemonade stand, but all of my products had names specifically tailored to the championship. So I had like the Diamond Drop, and then we had the Charger and the Chemic, our two rival drinks, and then we also had just a classic Arnold Palmer.
And what I can't wait, as an up-and-coming student, college next on the horizon, once you turn 21, I'm looking for the next iteration of Sunny Sips, and that it will, maybe take that next step into that gigantic adult beverage market. Not yet, but
Yeah.
in a few years, I think it's going to be time to take Sunny Sips to a level that it was never imagined.
I actually did get that question many times when I was selling my product last year, and I did have to inform them that I was unfortunately only 15, so I could not sell them any alcohol. But I did tell them that if they went to the Diamond Club and put a shot in my drink, no one would know, and it wasn't affiliated with me.
That's great. We're going to take a quick break. We're talking with Christy Levasseur and Elena Wyrowski from Junior Achievement of North Central Michigan. We'll be back with them after these notes.
Ready to update your home and
Welcome back to the Art Lewis Show from the Dow Championship in sunny Midland, Michigan. Jonathan Dent, Matt Falon along with you. We're talking with Christy Levasseur and Elena Wyrowski from Junior Achievement of North Central Michigan. Now, Christy, last segment, we talked a little bit about what the pitch competition is, how it works, some of the businesses, or the process for the business. I want to talk about some of the businesses now that will be out here from Junior Achievement, these students that have developed an entire business pitch, pitched it, and are now going to be presenting it here at the Dow Championship. We're going to be talking to a couple of them over the next couple days, but can you just give us a preview of the 4 businesses that are going to be out here from students?
Sure thing. Tomorrow we will have and Elena's going to have to help me with the name because I didn't bring my cheat sheet.
Yeah.
But
Well, it'll be the Dubai Party
yeah.
strawberry cups.
yeah, and they are, it's so good. We got to try it at the pitch competition. There's strawberries with chocolate and some Dubai pistachio topping. It is super good. But those ladies will be here
I do
tomorrow.
believe, just because I read this and because, when you look like this, you partake in those kind of items. I do believe it's a Dubai chocolate that the strawberries are dipped in.
Yes.
Because I read that one and was like, you know what? We're going to need samples here. Jonathan knows I've done this before. I have spoken National Donut Day into existence for us where people bring it in. I think we need samples tomorrow.
we can
and
make that
I
happen.
need to make sure that you guys get that memo out. We're going to need... I always hear about this Dubai chocolate, and I never take
What's
part
special
in
about
it.
Dubai chocolate?
I don't know, but I
It's
think
so
we
good.
should analyze that tomorrow.
It's
I think
like a
that should be part of the program.
Pistachio, crunchy, delightful.
Yes,
It's
please.
So good.
Yes, please.
We will,
Let's do this.
We will talk them into that.
Let's go.
And then on Friday we have the Berry Bliss acai bowls. Also, everything is really good, and it's like an acai smoothie with some berries and granola on it, and it's cold, frozen, so it will be good for the hot days out here. And those ladies will also be here on the show. And then on the weekend, we have the Caddyshack group, which they will have a non-alcoholic transfusion drink. I hear that's all the fancy terms now. But they will also have some specialty lemonades. And then on Sunday we have the guys who have the creamies. It's I don't know if you're supposed to call it a dirty lemonade, but it's the fun cousin of dirty sodas. so if you don't know what a dirty soda is, it's soda with creamer in it, and I'm not a soda person, and so I was a little skeptical, but I am assured, my intern tells me, they are all the rage. They are so tasty, and so these gentlemen are bringing a creamy lemon. It's like a creamy frozen lemonade, and everybody who tried it at the pitch competition was like, "This is so good."
So just so you know,
Like, so wrong.
this is a real thing. My daughter, 16, she is a big fan of the Dirty Dr. Pepper. And that is something that she gets regularly. The best way I can put it, Christy, because we're maybe a little bit older, I think of it more as the taste of a classic A&W root beer float. Remember when we would go into the south end of Bay City and you'd
Yes.
actually go to the A&W and pull down the car window, like old school,
Yep.
right?
Old school.
A lot of those taste like that, but I did not know that dirty sodas needed a dirty lemonade cousin.
I did.
And I didn't know that was needed, but I'm glad that it's there. And again, I can't wait till these kids are above 21 because we can just keep adding to these drinks to make them
Yeah.
so much better.
That's
But
why
not
we
yet.
have entrepreneurs.
That's why we
to
do have
discover all of
entrepreneurs.
these things that we didn't know we needed.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So, Junior Achievement, all about educating future business leaders. Can you pick out just a success story that you've had? Somebody that has gone on to really build something here from Junior Achievement?
Well, there's actually quite a few, and we are looking. Our 75th anniversary is going to be next year, and
Really?
we're looking to collect some of those stories. Elena is actually one of our super success stories, but the more I talk to people in the community, I am surprised all the time by people who said, "Oh, I had this," and these are people who are in their 70s and 80s and have already retired or sold a very successful business, and they all said, "We had our start in Junior Achievement. We did the after-school program. All of my brothers and sisters did the after-school program." I just had a nonprofit CEO the other day tell me, "I am this because of Junior Achievement. I did it in the Mount Pleasant area. It was an after-school program, and I realized that I loved running a business, all the pieces that go into it." And she said, "I credit getting to where I am today because of the skills I learned in junior achievement 30 years ago.
And Christy, one of the things that Lisa and folks that I'm talking to, actually this week's an interesting week because SpaceX goes public on Friday with their public offering. This is going to be $1.75 trillion. The vast majority of which they do rockets, but there's also work in AI. And there are two other gigantic IPOs this year. I'm taking us down a weird route, but there's a reason why. Anthropic and OpenAI, which are both Claude and ChatGPT, those both go public. And they're expecting massive valuations. And the reason I bring this up, there are some that believe more wealth will be created in the next 3 to 10 years than in the entire history of the world before. And a lot of it is because of that AI boom and the investments that are come with it. And so I love what you're doing in terms of teaching these financial tools and financial management and investment in these pieces, because this next generation is going to have opportunities that we have never seen before. And not everyone comes from a home where that's taught. Not everyone has that experience. And for your programs to teach that to students is so incredibly valuable. Are you seeing more interest from the younger generation in this space as they see all of this taking place around them?
Yes, I think so, and maybe even Elena can speak to that. We've had so much interest in not even just the For Our Future program, but we have a competition in the later part of the year called the Titan competition, where kids, it's a virtual simulation. They get a company and they get everything thrown at them. Oh, there's a supply chain disruption. What are you going to do? How are you going to make that decision? And I think we had more teams last year than we've ever had, and these kids want to try their hand at being in charge, being the CEO. What does it take to make these decisions? How do we, even the kids who did the For Our Future program here at the Dow Championship last year, they had to adapt. They ran the business, and they had to adapt to the weather. Oh my gosh, one day it was nice, the next day it was 100, and they had to deal. How am I going to keep my ice cream from melting, or how can I take it out into the people to boost sales? But they just continue to amaze me with how forward thinking they are, how entrepreneurial they are. They just need somebody to give them the opportunity, and that's what we're glad to be able to do.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us. We're looking forward to talking with some of these young entrepreneurs about their businesses in the coming days, and maybe trying some of the product as well.
And don't forget the special Sunny Sips pop-up coming to you later in 2026. I am speaking that into reality. It's going to happen. Right, Elena?
Right.
Yes, that's what we're looking for.
We'll be back with more here on The Art Lewis Show after these notes.
retirement,
Welcome back to the Art Lewis Show. Jonathan Dent and Matt Fallon broadcasting from the Dow Championship here in Midland for the weekend, and activities are already underway. We talked with the junior achievement of North Central Michigan there in the last couple segments, and they're busy and underway. Oh, I should mention, the Art Lewis Show is presented by Westside Decorating Center. Visit them at 5789 State Street in Saginaw, or go online to westsidedecoratingcenter.com. That's westsidedecoratingcenter.com. We're going to turn our focus a little bit here, and Matt, you've got the guests up for this week. Normally I'm in control. I'm kind of a control freak when it comes to guests, but I'm totally at your mercy here. Who are we talking to?
Well, now we're welcoming the team from Outlier, which is great, and we need to hear all about Outlier. But before we get in, I have to ask, the first question. Do you recommend that people come in Levi's to the Dow Championship?
All right. Okay.
Do you think
No.
that that's the... Because we're going to be talking about getting everyone out here. The first thing we need to do is talk about dress code. What's
Yeah.
the appropriate dress code?
Yeah, Levi's are a powerful attire choice. We
That was so backhanded.
That made my entire day.
we tend to see a lot of golf attire out in the golf course. I've always thought that was funny before I even was very familiar with golf. I've enjoyed seeing how you see a lot of people in golf attire to watch golf. I don't know. I just don't know that you see that at a lot of other sporting events. Like, people don't tend to wear what the athletes are also wearing. I think wear Levi's if they're what you're comfortable in.
So what you listeners should know is If you're going to come out, wear golf attire. This is a golf attire event.
But we're inside right now. We're
we
inside,
Are.
so.
Wear your shorts, maybe a pair of slacks. But I got to tell you, it is so hot and humid here this week. It definitely makes most sense. But I think it would be great. Can you tell us exactly what Outlier does? Because it's such a huge piece of this tournament, but not everybody knows. It would be helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. Outlier is an events company, and we put on essentially the Dow Championship. We run a lot of other LPGA events, but for me and the team that works here in Midland, our core focus is the Dow Championship. So we'll go and support other events, but really from start to finish, we are executing everything that you see out on course here. So I think one of the interesting things about that is a lot of people think like, you're here this week. Of course, we know it's a busy week, but it's really a year-round job. During tournament week, one of the main things we're thinking is like, okay, this is great. How are we going to do it bigger and better next year? What are we going to do differently? How are we going to adapt? So that's really one of our main focuses during tournament week. But yeah, happy to be here. I guess I'll introduce myself too, just so it doesn't sound like I'm talking out of nowhere. I'm the director of marketing for our local team, our local Outlier team here. So yeah, it's great to be here and chat more about what we're doing.
So for the listeners, I think this is the most important thing and why we're here. So if they're hearing about this going, yeah, it is going to be a beautiful weekend. We don't have plans. We should come check out the Dow Championship. How can they get tickets? Are tickets still available? What are the different kinds? What is the cost? I maintain that anyone who lives anywhere where they can listen to this show, which is a pretty good radius,
It's in driving distance for a day trip.
easily.
If you can hear us. Yeah.
You need to be here because it is one of the premier events in the Great Lakes Bay region of Midland. Talk about those ticket sales for us. I think that'd be great.
Absolutely. Well, if you're listening right now, and if you're in driving distance, today we have our official Pro-Am event going on, and that's actually free to the public. So if you can get down here today, we have tee times going on through the early afternoon, so there's still a lot of golf you can catch today. But for official play Thursday through Sunday, daily tickets are available. Those are $10 a day. Weekly tickets are $25, so that's for all 4 days. Come as many days as you want, hopefully all of them. We have some lovely hospitality suites on course too. Those tickets are $60 a day, and those include unlimited food and beverage. So with any ticket, you have access to all of the public viewing areas on the course. You have access to a lot of the other activities going on, which I'm sure we can chat about too. But there are kind of some different options to essentially just get you out on course here. And then the other thing to note is that kids 17 and under, they get in for free as long as they're with a ticketed adult. So whatever type of ticket that is that the adult has, a kid 17 and under can accompany them. And then all military personnel and veterans get in for free with one guest, and we have amazing viewing for them in the Veterans Hospitality Suite, which is presented by Kelly. We have a lot of great events for veterans throughout the week too. So amazing options for anyone to come out on course this weekend.
Now, Matt, I'm going to jump in real quick. You've thrown around the term tickets are affordable a lot here this morning, and I was thinking, yeah, well, Matt Fallon affordable and Jonathan Dent affordable are two different things, but $10 for a day ticket, that is nice.
Mm-hmm.
That is Jonathan Dent affordable. That's not a
Jonathan Dent
problem at all.
It was $0 today. So.
Yeah, that's exciting.
So I have to ask a question, and my brain is blanking on the exact color. So I'll just go with, I notice everyone wearing a shade of purple today, but it's
Yes.
not purple. What shade is this exactly?
You're seeing people wearing lavender today.
Lavender. Thank you. So that's what we're going with. Why is everyone wearing lavender today? What's the
It's-
importance of the lavender color?
Yeah, so you'll see this throughout tournament weekend, but a lot of our initiatives are focused on charitable give back, and today is our Lavender Pro-Am, which is benefiting Blood Cancer United. So lavender is the color that's used to represent awareness for all types of cancer. So that's our key focus today, and Blood Cancer United is our charitable give back partner. So that's the focus for today. So we're seeing a lot of athletes out in lavender today. All of the flags are purple as well, so it's really great to see a lot of lavender throughout the course.
So you alluded to the fact that there are various events or various activities that take place out here that folks can attend, and a few of them I would love to hear about. So veterans. Dow has historically had a phenomenal relationship with its veteran community, and this golf tournament has done just a tremendous job honoring veterans and really hosting them in the most hospitable way I have potentially ever seen at an event. Can you talk about how veterans can participate in the activities, specifically taking around at the Veterans Tent?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm glad you mentioned that too. Like with Dow's treatment of veterans, it's something that we want to extend and something that's really important to our entire team at the tournament here too. So, yeah, there's a hospitality suite which has free food and beverages all day. So that's just an option if you want to come at any specific time. But then Thursday through Sunday, we have specific events. We have a chicken dinner. We have a happy hour going on. I think the big favorite is ice cream sundaes on Sunday. That's something we do every year, rain or shine. So we're definitely going to have that this year. But again, it's just a really lovely viewing space. It's a nice place to hang out and watch golf, but then there's also some really amazing food and beverage to look forward to in there as well. And that is for veterans, and they can bring a guest with them as well.
So again, if someone's listening right now and they happen to be a veteran and they're going, "No, I want to come out and do this," can they still come out and attend?
Please do. Yeah.
What do they do specifically? Do they just drive somewhere and get it? Like, how do they go about actually going through the process of coming here to the event?
Yeah, absolutely. So whether you're a veteran or not, we would love for you to go park at Midland County Fairgrounds. That's where shuttle buses are running from. But for veterans specifically, there's no prior registration required for tickets. They can just come to the veterans check-in at admissions, and they'll be able to get their ticket and their credentials for the day along with their guests. So it's a really, really easy process. If you want to register for tickets online too, just to kind of have something going in. If you'd prefer to do that, you absolutely can, but you can also just show up here and we'll take care of you and make sure you and your guest get into course.
The important question, what's the website?
What's the website? Thank you. It's dowchampionship.com.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back talking here on the Art Lewis Show from the Dow Championship. Let me take a moment to ask you, how did you sleep last night? Well, today's workers are asked to do so much more for so much less. So when you go to bed, and you should be spending about a third of your life there, you need to make the most of it. You can get that quality sleep from a Sanitary mattress. Now, you could visit so-called sleep stores, or you can rest assured that your mattress is manufactured right here in the Great Lakes Bay region to your specifications. They feature 1-hour window delivery of your mattress to your home, and if you have an RV or a boat, Sanitary Mattress can custom make a mattress for you. Something the big box stores really can't do. Visit Sanitary Mattress Factory and Showroom at 5343 Janes Road in Saginaw, just east of the Harry Brown Airport, or you can visit them online at sanitarymattress.com.
Gotta go.
Welcome back to the Art Lewis Show. Jonathan Dent and Matt Falon along with you from the Dow Championship. We're joined by Maggie Schaller. She is marketing director at Outlier, who are all over the Dow Championship. They are the ones making everything happen. We talked a little bit about some of the activities and everything that's going on. This is a lot of moving pieces to really manage and put together. But I'm wondering, how much of a relief is tournament week? You've built up to this. Is it, okay, now it's go time, put your game face on, we're working overtime? Or is it, just let it run? We can just make sure nothing goes wrong and it kind of handles itself a little bit.
I would say it's a combination of those two things. I think being in year 7 of the tournament, there are a lot of things that, we have maybe a good formula for, like we know how certain things are going to happen, but also every year we want to bring fresh new things to the tournament. So there are new things that we're doing every year. It's definitely a busy week, but it's a gratifying one too. So there are the long days, but it's worth it. And just seeing everyone come out here and enjoy themselves is what, I don't know, it just keeps us going throughout this week. So we're lucky to be here.
So, Matt, I would love to talk about another one. By the way, nice shot. I'm looking at the green at 18 right now.
There's been a couple good ones.
And
there.
I can't help but notice where the shots are. 18 is an island hole. We have, I'm going to go 3 on right now, 1 just off, but everyone with a pretty good shot. Matt Falon would have been in the water on pretty much all 4 of those shots. One of the things that Dow does well is it really ties this event to community, and it ties to some of the priorities of Dow, and Dow being a material sciences company working in the chemical industry. A lot of great STEM careers are at Dow, and Dow understands the importance of building up a STEM workforce here with our younger generation to get them interested in becoming anything from all the jobs I can't do, Jonathan, anything from being a chemical engineer, chemical processors, a lot more in IT, AI, so many different phenomenal jobs, but a lot are STEM based. And not shockingly, there is a STEM center here at the Dow Championship. Tell us about it.
Yeah, absolutely. The STEM Center is absolutely incredible, and I'm right there with you of not being in the STEM field. So it's something that I don't have a background in, but really admire what the team does out here. So yeah, we have this amazing facility, our STEM Center, here on course that is presented by Palmer, Holland, and Salto. Case Systems did some really, really incredible furniture for it this year. So absolutely anyone that's on course needs to come check it out. But the STEM Center is really made possible by a lot of different partners who put together really engaging activations for kids to come out and kind of demo different things, create things. It's really interactive for them in that STEM Center. So there's everything from we have a plant activation. I wet my plants. Pretty a pretty fun one. And then we have kind of some more hands-on, I guess you could say, like engineering focus activations in there as well. We're partnering with robotics teams. We have the University of Michigan Millennium World Solar Car coming back this year, so we're really excited for that. But it's really amazing kind of the partnerships that have been created through this tournament, but specifically in the STEM Center, we have partnerships with local youth organizations who Friday will bus kids out here to the tournament so they can not only spend the day on course but also have that hands-on experience in the STEM Center, and the volunteers who run that do an absolutely incredible job. It's really one of the highlights for us, seeing what goes on in that tent throughout the week.
So Maggie, here's your time. You're talking to the parents or babysitters that are out there right now with kids and like, dear Lord, I've had them home for a week and a half. I need something to do. What do they do if they want to come out and show them the tournament, show them the STEM Center? Same thing.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, you know, when you've never done this, you just don't know where to start, or you think, is this kind of a pain to go out there? It's really easy. Tell everyone, if they're listening and they want to bring their kids out, what do they do?
Yeah, it's really easy to get here. So parents, you'll need a ticket to come in, but kids 17 and under get in for free with a ticketed adult. So there is some absolutely incredible golf to watch on course this week, but there are some really amazing free family-friendly, kid-friendly activities. So we have the STEM Center, we have the Covenant Kids Zone, which is an outdoor area with kind of some art going on. There's a huge inflatable Golfzilla chipping target that the First Tee of Eastern Michigan puts on. So there's some really fun, engaging activities for kids. So if it's feeling like summer break has already gone on too long and you need something to do, bring your kids out here. Again, yeah, there's really, really amazing golf, but also some really fun activities. We also have a new fantastic fairway area that's going to have some fun seating, but then also throughout the week we'll have some fun activities too. So if you're familiar with our mascot Champ, he's going to be celebrating his 2nd birthday this year. So we have a big birthday party for him that we're partnering with the Great Lakes Loons on, and that's this Sunday. So STEM Center, Covenant Kids Zone, that's going to be here all week, but on Sunday we have Champ's birthday party, so that'll be a really fun one from 11 to 1.
And for those who maybe don't have kids, they're on their own, older maybe, but they love golf. They love watching it. They love playing it. What is the experience like for a fan coming to see some professional golf over the next couple days here?
Yeah, I think we really want to match kind of the level of the athletes that we have here. We want to tailor the experience to that for our fans as well. So if you're interested in kind of following teams around, daily tickets are $10, weekly tickets are $25 just to come and walk around on course. You'll have access to concessions, but if you just want to follow around your favorite team, spend some time out in the sun, that's a great way to do it. If you want to kind of make more of a day out of it, have lunch here, have dinner here maybe, depending on timing. We have hospitality suites as well. Those have really incredible viewing and food and beverage included if you purchase a hospitality ticket. So if you want to kind of enjoy the golf experience, there's ways to do that. If you want to make it a social experience, you can do that as well. We're happy to have any and all fans here.
I think we have one more job, which is you're going to go out after the show and you're going to be with Jonathan in full golf attire.
Yes.
And we're going to get some video of him chipping at Golfzilla, and that should be used as marketing materials for next year.
Wow.
I think that will draw the biggest crowd that anyone has ever seen at this tournament in 2027. But I'm going to need you guys to make that a reality. It's got to happen.
I'll pass. I'm good.
You don't want to swing at Golfzilla?
I don't want to miss Golfzilla. That's the problem.
We'll just keep recording until you get
Yeah,
it.
there you go.
Yes, let's do this.
We've got
We're-
some good video editing.
We're turning you into a golfer today. It's happening. Jonathan Dent, golfer extraordinaire, happened today.
Wearing the Levi's.
I didn't say anything about the Levi's.
I know you were thinking it, though.
Absolutely, I was.
Well, Maggie, thank you for joining us. Thank you for the work that Outlier's putting on. This is a fantastic event that's been going on for such a long time. It's become something that the community can really identify with. And it's exciting to see how it grows and develops year over year. One more time, how can people find out more, maybe volunteer for next year or get their tickets, website,
Absolutely.
locations, all that?
Yep, DowChampionship.com, and we're on Instagram, Facebook at Dow Championship. So everything you'll need to know on a daily basis is there on socials. Anything you possibly want to know about the tournament is available on our website, DowChampionship.com as well.
And if you want to come by, parking at the Midland County Fairgrounds.
The Midland County Fairgrounds, all tickets include free parking with shuttles over to the tournament. So yes, park at Midland County Fairgrounds, and then we'll see you here at Midland Country Club.
Fantastic. Maggie, thank you very much.
Got a home
Thank
repair
you.
problem? Don't get mad.
That'll do it for the Art Lewis Show here today. Jonathan Dent and Matt Falon filling in for Art live from the Dow Championship. We'll be back with Focus after this, the YWCA of Bay City Riverside Arts Festival. We'll hear more about that coming up, and we'll be out here at the Dow Championship for the rest of the week as well, hearing from all the great organizations that make this such a unique event. We'll step aside now for the news, ABC with the National and International Report, then the WSGW Newsroom. This is WSGW 100.5 and 790, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW FM, Carlton.
From ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The Labor Department's latest numbers on inflation show prices 4.2% higher than they were a year ago, driven mostly by the cost of gas, but also clothing and food because of the rise in energy costs. Bankrate's Stephen Cates.
If you're traveling for work, if you're going to be going on vacation this summer, buying clothes for yourself or your children, obviously groceries every week. Those are things that people are not necessarily going to be able to avoid. They may not have the ability to find lower cost substitutions. It's going to be difficult for people to sidestep these things without simply going without.
Inflation pushed up because of the war. President Trump posting on social media this morning, because Iran took too long to agree to a peace plan, they'll have a price to pay. This is the U.S. and Iran trade strikes overnight.
U.S. officials describing the strikes as a proportional response to unjustified Iranian aggression. That unjustified aggression, Iran's attack on a U.S. Apache helicopter near the strait. The Iranian drone sending the Apache crashing into the sea.
ABC Chief Global Affairs Correspondent Martha Raddatz. House Speaker Mike Johnson headed to the White House today to meet with President Trump about reauthorization of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act.
It's the second such White House meeting this week, with Speaker Johnson aiming to find a path forward ahead of Friday's deadline. FISA Section 702 authorizes the warrantless wiretapping of foreigners overseas. Administrations of both parties have insisted on the program's importance, but Democrats and some Republicans have threatened to withhold their support for its reauthorization unless the president chooses someone other than mortgage watchdog and Trump loyalist Bill Pulte to be acting director of national intelligence.
ABC national correspondent Stephen Portnoy. Bill Gates on Capitol Hill testifying that meeting with Jeffrey Epstein was a grave error in judgment. You're listening to ABC News.
Hot summer days and high energy bills are on the way. Upgrade your home's old leaky windows this month during Window Nation's Buy 4 Get 4 free sale. Yes, half of your new beautiful energy efficient windows free. Plus no money down and no monthly payments or interest for 2 years. Call now 866-200-8670 or windownation.com. In select markets, trust our family of brands, New South Window and ArmorView. That's 866-200-8670 or windownation.com to book a consultation.
I've been telling you all about the Secret War on our cash and the free report you can receive a copy of by contacting Swiss America at 800-289-2646. I'd also like to encourage you to subscribe to their podcast on YouTube. Just search Swiss America Trading. The podcast can provide you a ton of vital information and financial news in the challenging and uncertain times we're in. Subscribe today. Learn more about BRICS, industry leaders, and their market predictions for the future, along with what you might expect to see in terms of precious metal performance in the weeks and months ahead. Message and data rates may apply.
First catalytic.
Hello, I'm Shep.